Okay, our next brand, Slenderiiz, and we'll probably have to move through a little quicker so we're not here for 3 hours. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're hearing, but we'll just kind of pop through and give just a couple little things about these. So under our umbrella of Slenderiiz, we have our Slenderiiz homeopathic and herbal weight loss drops, skinny drops, some people call them, and then we have our powders. So Dr. Crystal is going to share with us her transformation, her incredible transformation with the Slenderiiz and the rest of the program. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, guys, you can see pictures say a whole lot more than words can, right? And so when I started here, I obviously was in practice, and here I am teaching health and wellness, but the stressors of life. Who has stress, right? Have you maybe dealt with stress in the incorrect way? And that's what happened to me. My cup was empty. And so when I filled it, it was not necessarily what I should have been putting into my body. And so it wasn't being a very good example, but the person that was paying the price was me. And about 6 years ago, I it may be where you're at right now, said, enough is enough. I know I can do better. And there is a better version of me, and I'm going to figure out how to do it. But I had to do it a different way because I had always run down the weight loss trail. Only to find myself right in the same spot again. And I was always focused on a number, and I decided to start focusing on health and just adding one more healthy thing. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed with everything that Dr. Ginger and I are sharing with you. I want you to find where it's comfortable for you, and then just continue to take a healthier step and then another healthier step. And just like me, you'll start to have a transformation in your health. I wanted the side effect to be weight loss. And that's what I got. There's a lot of other really good side effects that came from chasing health and now becoming a healthier version. Now I have plenty of things that I can continue to add, and I call it upgrading. I can always upgrade to another level of health. I can go from right? We've all done it. Well, maybe not all, but most. The frozen steamer vegetables in the freezer section to, hey, there's this thing called the produce section, to, hey, there's organic over here. And you just keep upgrading and becoming a better version. And I just give a hand clap to you because you're willing to start today. So good job. And I hope that you have the transformation that you're looking for here, because you can find it here.
So we're all wanting to fine tune, to take our physiques to the next level, or our health to the next level. Slenderiiz has been an incredible tool to utilize for that. Now, our clinical study was done on weight loss. And in our clinical study, men lost an average of 2/3 a pound per day. Women lost an average of 1/2 a pound per day. And doc, that blows away your Weight Watchers, your Jenny Craig. I'm seeing that that Noom commercial on TV all the time. And they talk about how much weight they've lost in like a certain period of time. I'm like, oh my gosh, Slenderiiz blows that away. Our clinical study does, and the results that we get, which you will see here in a minute.
It was the game changer for me, right?
Absolutely.
Right there. Right there on the screen is what changed my life. Yeah.
And some people call them the skinny drops, and they definitely do that. But really what's going on with these drops, and these are drops that go underneath your tongue, basically before you eat your 3 largest meals. If you forget, take them when you remember. If you're skipping a meal, fasting, or something along those lines, take them in lieu of the meal. You want these ingredients in your body so they can get in there and do their thing. And what we're doing is we're essentially rebalancing your hormones. That's what's happening here in a good way. There's no HCG in here. There's no hormones in here. But what we're doing is we're going to reset a couple of different areas, like your sugar and carbohydrate cravings. Sugar addicts absolutely have no control over their food choices because
we have Dr. Ginger locked up here. Let's see, host. Anthony, I am asking to unmute you, Ginger.
Out of that mode in order to me, it wouldn't let me unmute. Okay, let me jump real quick into what we're doing here. Okay, so what I was saying was the Slenderiiz drops start to impact, literally reset your brain, reset your taste buds. when it comes to your sugar and carbohydrate cravings, you'll notice within 3 or 4 days, something's different. You don't want that thing you always used to have. You can have one and not all of them, or you don't even want it anymore. And that's because the homeopathic remedy is impacting your brain and your taste buds in a positive way. So once we get your sugar cravings under control, then we also want to support your thyroid, right? Your thyroid is your master metabolism gland. Again, another hormone gland that we want to support. The second bottle, called Accelerate, has a couple things in it to help bring down your stress. Your cortisol. Your cortisol is your stress hormone. When you bring down your cortisol level, guess what? You can sleep better, and you have to have good sleep to lose weight if we're focusing on weight loss here. But also cortisol, your stress hormone, and insulin, the hormone that comes out when you eat sugar and carbs, run together. So even if you're not eating sugar, but you're stressed, guess what? Your insulin's going to rise. It's kind of like big sister, little sister. The little sister, which is insulin, always wants to hang out with the big sister, right? And so whatever the big sister does, insulin is right behind it. Whatever cortisol does, insulin's right behind it. So when we can get all of those things back in control, and also in that Accelerate, we have vitamin B12, the methylated form, if you are interested in the forms. So you've got a little bit of green tea extract as well. So we've got sugar cravings under control. You've got energy. You're sleeping well. You're not stressed like you were before. You feel good. Guess what? All of those are the key areas to just have the weight start to come off of you, which is why we get such great results. So I'm going to show you a handful of the results. Dr. Crystal is one of those, along with all of us starting to fine tune now that spring is hopefully on its way. But here's some others. We have a lot of moms, right, after they've had their babies, just so many incredible before and after pictures, people literally losing hundreds of pounds. Men as well, guys, you can get rid of that. Literally that heart attack belly, that hard belly, that is a heart attack waiting to happen. So I love seeing the before and afters. Then the fitness competitors. Yes, they want to fine tune as well. They have the same issues, the sugar and carb cravings when they're starting for their competition. They've got to limit. They're stressed, right? Going through all the same things. So you can really see how some of these people look great before, but they've really got the 6-pack, the 8-pack afterwards. All right, next let's talk about our shakes. So shakes are very popular. Shakes are one of the easiest things to formulate, yet so many companies, in my opinion, are doing it wrong and doing it wrong for your health. Our Pure Nourish is very clean. It's pea and cranberry based. We have probiotics, right? That good bacteria for your gut. Prebiotics, which is the food for the probiotics. This is a natural flavor, vanilla flavor. This is your base. You do 2 scoops in some water, and then you can add some of our other flavors. We have Power Boost, which is cocoa flavor, chocolate flavor. Crystal, who doesn't love chocolate, right? It's absolutely delicious. But from a nutrition standpoint, what this is your branched chain amino acids, your BCAAs. The athletes know what I'm talking about. That's your muscle building, muscle preserving amino acids. You do 1 scoop of that with 2 scoops of the natural, put it in a blender bottle. They're very fine powders, so they shake up pretty easily, and it's absolutely delicious. But we also have another one called Beauty Boost, and this is mandarin orange flavor, but it has plant nutrients in there that are for beauty, for hair, skin, and nails. So you can kind of add them all together as well. And I always point out with this one as well, if you're someone, again, that doesn't like to drink plain water, you can do a little scoop of this in your water, blend it up, and there's your flavored water, but it's also going to beautify you as well. And men, don't be afraid of that. Lastly, we have our Giving Greens. This is our greens powder. Don't turn your nose because it tastes great. We knew you wouldn't like greens powder, right? I totally get that. No grass clippings flavor here. We literally added cinnamon bark, stevia, coconut juice powder. It has a very sweet taste to it, but it's loaded with your cruciferous vegetables and all those things you're supposed to be consuming because, Doc, we know that most people don't get their 7 to 9 servings in a day. And guess what? That bag that you see there is 56 pounds of vegetables. 1 serving is 2 scoops. 2 scoops is 2 pounds of vegetables. Have you ever tried to eat that in one sitting? And that equals 4 of our government, at least down here in the United States, our government's recommended dosage, the 7 to 9 servings. So you're getting more than half of what the government says you need. If you couple that with our food list that comes with our Slenderiiz program, you're going to get all the nutrition you need. And when your body is nutritionally satisfied, you're not running around hungry all the time. And guess what? You lose weight when your body's nutritionally satisfied because you're not putting a bunch of junk into it. So I love this. It's also loaded with enzymes. Enzymes help us to absorb our nutrients, to digest our nutrients, and to eliminate, if you know what I mean. And we get a lot of feedback, Doc, with this product on people getting regular, which we need to be doing every day. And it's something we definitely need to talk about. I'm not afraid to talk about any part of the body. And that's definitely something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but they're suffering from. So we get a lot of good feedback with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up is our Purity brand. Under our Purity brand, we have our water purification. So a water bottle, I've got the stainless steel one, but it comes with an incredible filter that filters out everything that you don't want in your water. I'm telling you. It's drinking from squishy plastic water bottles. Do you know there's about 24,000 chemicals in there, including hormone disrupting, endocrine disrupting, cancer causing chemicals. So you want to get away from those squishy plastic water bottles. And then we have our Purity air filter 2.0, and this is the coolest thing. This is a newer version of our Purity Air, but it has AI, it has artificial intelligence in that if something gets in the air that it basically smells, it will turn up the volume on it and suck it away. Whereas the other one that we had, you had to do that part. So that's really cool. And then our Purity Home Detox, this actually we launched in the middle of last year with the chaos going on. We brought it out way early and it sold out in 3 hours. This is a home detox sanitizer. And the word sanitizer allows you to make health claims in that it kills all bacteria, all viruses. I mean, strep, staph, like all the stuff we're dealing with, but it's not toxic to us. It has NSF certification. It is food surface safe, meaning a commercial kitchen could literally spray their knives and their cutting boards down and not worry about washing everything because it's not toxic to us. So this is the only cleaner that I use in my house. Because I know it's safe and I don't want my animals or children or anyone touching things to be toxified by all the, sprays and chemicals that are found in cleaning products. So that is our Purity brand, which will be expanding, but I love those 3 products we have under that brand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the air purifier, people do not think about the air in their home enough. It really is. There should be one in every single house.
Absolutely. We have one in our bedroom and one in our family room, and we have a wood burning fireplace, and you wouldn't even know it. The toxins that we have in our house, especially when you're cooped up in the middle of winter, if you have the plugins, the aerosol sprays, the scented candles going, guess what? All of those are hormone disrupting chemicals that you're inhaling, that's getting into your bloodstream, that's affecting your health, that's literally affecting your lungs, your brain, everything. So we've got to have clean air, and that's certainly something people don't think about. We also need to say, hey, if you're feeling like I got to change everything, I don't want you to feel that way. This is a process. I'd like to think of our company as an umbrella, and we have all the tools as you make your way through your health journey and you start to clean up and redirect money, maybe away from the plugins to something else, which we will talk about in a minute. But we have the clean solutions, and this is our clean basics. This is the toxin-free basics, your shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and toothpaste. And interestingly, the toothpaste doesn't have your usual warning label, Doc. This is so frustrating to see. I don't care what your regular toothpaste is. They all have them on here if they have fluoride. We've been literally brainwashed into thinking fluoride is something necessary for strong teeth. I haven't used fluoridated toothpaste in probably 27, 28 years. I have all of my teeth and they work, right? It's not fluoride. Fluoride is actually a toxin. It's toxic to your brain. It's toxic to your thyroid. If you have a thyroid issue, you want to stay away from fluoride. But look at this warning label. Keep out of the reach of children under the age of 6 if more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed. Get medical help or contact Poison Control Center right away. Literally tens of thousands of calls into Poison Control Center because children basically eat the toothpaste unattended. So there was a study done in 1987, Doc, and nobody knows about this. So I like to bring it to the forefront. A single tube of bubblegum flavored Colgate for Kids toothpaste contains enough fluoride to kill a child weighing less than 66 pounds. It's very dangerous. Do your own research. The information is out there. We have a holistic dentist on our scientific advisory board, and he will tell you fluoride is not what you want to be giving to your children or your family. So a very easy swap. If you're feeling like you're overwhelmed, this is a simple one. Let's swap out your toothpaste to something healthy. All right, and then we have our Prime. This is our line of essential oils. We're not an essential oil company. We don't intend to be, but we want you to stop using those plugins, right? Those scented candles, those aerosol sprays, because they contain chemical poisons that are hormone disruptors. When I say hormone disruptors, just think cancer, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're disrupting your hormones and can lead to that. So we've got an array of 4 different blends. One's called Calm. You can figure out what that one does. One's called Ice. Yes, it's great for sore muscles, arthritic joints. Just don't get your hands near your eyes after you put it on. One's called Century and one's called Escape. Escape has so many usages, and then they're all loaded with lots of different essential oils, which are parts of plants. The one I wanted to point out in particular is Century. This is our antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal formula. This is the only one out of the 4 that you can actually ingest. So whenever I run out of the chocolate with the shakes, I'll put 1 drop in my Pure Nourish Natural, and it will give a cinnamon type flavor to it. But this is loaded with antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal ingredients. You can put it in a diffuser, right, during cold season, right, to help your body deal with that. You'll inhale those molecules as opposed to one of the plugins, right, with the chemicals. This is something healthy to inhale.
Yeah, I love it on the airplane. It's something I keep in my purse. Anytime I travel, it's on my hands. And that way, when I'm on the flight, I can just kind of bring it in and just keep detoxifying out my sinuses.
Absolutely. You can put a little spritzer bottle. You can use it as a mouth freshener as well, because this is one that you can ingest. So that is our array. Ooh, we wrapped that up pretty quickly there. This is our array of brands. We have several more that are coming under our umbrella pretty soon here. But I hope you learned a little something. We actually didn't even talk about the skincare, which is down there at the bottom, the Lucem. That's a whole other talk that we have to have. But basically, our Lucem line doesn't have the usual preservatives. It has 0 hormone disrupting chemicals. All the popular skincare lines out there are loaded with chemicals, and especially hormone disrupting chemicals. When I taught at the Healing Center, that was a huge thing. Women didn't realize all the toxins they were putting on their body from their personal care and skincare. So we've definitely done you justice with our Lucem skincare line. So that is our array of brands.
Absolutely. And now here you go. You've seen all of these products and you may be like, hey, so-and-so should be using these. And I love this person and they would totally love this. And I want them to take care of themselves. And wait a minute, there's a way that I could create income as well. And maybe that's so that you can pay for more of the products. So you're like, hey, I want something big, or I just want to be able to purchase my products and purchase every single one that I want.
At wholesale, right?
Yeah, at wholesale, it makes sense. And when you make sense, it can make you dollars. And so we want a shot, right? We want you to come on Thursday and take a look at the business side of this. I am telling you, it is what allowed me to step away from a doctor's income. I was able to buy back my time and move lanes. And now I still get to do things that I'm good at and share things that I'm passionate about and love. And I'm able to create a residual income. And that's what you'll learn about on Thursday night. So it's this exact Zoom link that you came in on, but it's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's an hour earlier than what you came tonight. Same number, Thursday night. Come join us. Come take a look at this. See the big picture, because I am telling you, in Europe, internationally, when you say New Age, it's like saying Amazon.